My name is Tom Grantonic. I'm the Executive Director of the Davis Family YMCA, and on behalf of my co-race directors, Josh Winters and Mary Beth Romeo, presenting sponsors Squeaky Clean Custodial Services, and gold level sponsor, the Steel Valley Tri Club, we would like to welcome you to the 2020 Spring Classic Sprint Triathlon Summer Edition. This is our first and hopefully last virtual pre-race meeting, but we felt this was our best option to fill you in on some race details while diligently seeking to implement social distancing protocols. In order to be able to host this event, we had to convince our local health department that the logistics of this event lended itself well to minimizing the threat of spreading the COVID virus. However, your cooperation and common sense are needed to make sure we stay in compliance with mandates from the Governor of Ohio as well as the health department. So, first on the list, I'd like to share some of the COVID-19 logistics that will alter our normal routine for this event.
As everyone is well aware, social distancing is the new buzz phrase for 2020. We expect you to maintain the 6-foot distancing requirement throughout the event unless you're interacting with family members or others who live under the same roof. We will attempt to minimize contact from the check-in through the finish line by modifying some of our processes. Packet pickup time and transition setup will be scheduled beginning at 6 a.m. to about 7:15 a.m. Everything you need will be in your pre-race packet, including your timing chip and your post-race refreshments. You should be able to zip through it quickly. You'll have about 15 minutes total to set up your bike and rack before you have to exit transition. Racks will be assigned. Your rack assignment will be in your race packet. All components of the tri will be held outdoors other than the indoor pool if needed, changing rooms, and restrooms. Showers will not be available post-race. We'll kick off with the national anthem, then sound the starting horn for the first heat in the pool. When waiting for your heat to begin, athletes are asked to wear a mask in compliance with the recent governor's orders or stay at least 6 feet from other competitors. Of course, no mask will be required when competing. Once completing the course, athletes are asked to not linger around unless wearing a mask. Swim heats will be posted on our website, www.springclassicsprint.com. You can visit and download a PDF copy. We've planned 2 minutes between heats. If you swim substantially slower than your submitted time, you may be pulled from the water so that the next heat can start on time. In order to encourage social distancing, the on-deck heat will be asked to assemble at the opposite end of their assigned lane and may enter the water as soon as the swimmer in the previous heat exits. Remember that all heats begin at the lap counter end of the pools nearest the exit. You will swim 10 laps, that's 500 yards. A lap counter will keep track of your laps and indicate when you are on your last one. Exit the water where you started and head out the door or gate to the transition area. Your bike route will head out to New Springfield via Woodworth Road. The turnaround in New Springfield is basically a U-turn. Please use caution. There will be volunteers and a police cruiser turning you around. The course also includes a set of railroad tracks in North Lima that do not run perpendicular to the road. Be careful to cross as much at a 90-degree angle as possible so your wheel doesn't get pulled into the rail. The run course crosses Market Street and proceeds west on Roach Way before making a left into the neighborhood. Stay in the eastbound lane on the way out and on the way back. Keep the cones to your right on the way out and your left on the way back. Run between the shoulder and the cones. All courses are well marked. White arrows designate the bike course. Yellow arrows designate the run course. The intersecting roads along the route may or may not be marked with straight ahead arrows. If there is no arrow, assume you go straight. All running stages enter and exit through the west side of transition. All bike stages exit and enter from the east end. The transition zone is well marked. On the drive to McClurg, cyclists must stay in the northbound lane in and out. Runners must stay in the southbound lane, both in and out. There are police and volunteers at every major turn and intersection where you'll be crossing over into potential traffic. They are there for your protection, but use common sense and ride and run defensively. A recent change in the course is the addition of a roundabout at Woodworth Road and South Avenue. On the way back, you must stay to the right once over the bridge and go counterclockwise around the roundabout until you get back to Woodworth Road. The roads are open to traffic. Please use utmost caution at all times. Look and listen. Be aware of your surroundings. You may not use any type of headset on the bike route. You must wear a securely fastened helmet before you leave the transition area. Participating teams will not need to exchange timing chips as usual. Each disposable chip is coded for each team. Exchanges will take place within the transition area, and the system will flag chips that don't cross the timing mats before the next teammate exits. Duathlon participants will be sent off at the start of the first wave. A starting horn will indicate the start of the first swim wave and the duathlon. When you return to the transition area after the first run segment, you'll enter transition from the west end where the swimmers enter. The exit for the bike segment is out the east end of transition.
I think that's about it. Thanks for being a part of the Spring Classic in a day when normal is nothing like normal. I'm not sure anyone is in the shape they expected to be in, but at this point, it doesn't really matter. Let's have fun, use some common sense, and stay safe out there.